So welcome to the behind-the-scenes footage of Mike vs. Beer, the TikTok's home of the 60-second uncut beer review. I'll do the formal introduction. You guys will notice when that happens. But tonight, this is very cool. It's Towhead American Blonde by Mother's Brewing Company in Arkansas. Super, super cool. Actually, no, it's not Arkansas. Springfield, Missouri. See, I'll work out all the details now before the actual recording, so I got a chance of making this look good. This is the Mosier pour. And if you don't know anything about beer, you'll complain to me that I've done it wrong. But those of us who have spent some time studying beer and how to drink beer, how to taste beer, 100% would agree that that's the best way to pour beer. You see, all of this carbonation, if you pour your beer on let's say a 45-degree angle and you pour the whole thing in there so you get none of that, all of this trapped carbonation then gets released when you drink it and it hits your stomach. And then you feel all gassy, and then you burp and you belch, and or when you're drinking fast like I do, it has a lot of bite because all that carbonation is still locked in the beer. There's many videos about this, but I think the homebrew king, Larry, I feel honored that I know him by first name basis and that we've hung out in Springfield, Illinois during the Great Midwestern Beer Exchange. He drove up from Arkansas. I drove down from Michigan. My wife Tanya came with me. But we hung out for like 5-6 hours drinking beers and just talking beer. Like, he is a wealth of knowledge. And the power of association. Like, when you find people that are passionate about what you're passionate about, like, you just click. And it doesn't have to be beer. It could be horses. Man, I raise horses for 4-H and I ride them in some sort of competition on a semi-monthly basis or whatever. And then you find other people who do that. You just click with them. Well, that's how it is with Larry and I, but it's all about beer. And very, very cool. I have a lot of respect for the guy. Why am I talking about Larry so much? Because when he went to Mother's Brewing Company in Springfield, Missouri for his birthday, on his birthday, he thought of me, bought me a shirt, bought me a couple beers, hooked me up, and that's really cool. Like, super cool, right? When you have someone that you respect and they respect you, maybe on a different level, because let's face it, I drink beer. Larry tastes and analyzes beer. Big difference between the two. But he's a great guy, and I'm honored to review a beer. He says this is one of his favorite breweries. I've got one of the coolest shirts around. I'm going to let that settle down a little bit more, but, you know, getting prepped for my Mike vs. Beer review, I smell like very light malt, a little bit of lemon. I'd even say a little bit of grass. And then some people say, what, your beers smell like grass? It's like they say that like that's a crappy characteristic. No, it's a characteristic. There are beers that have that aroma. And I pick up on that with this one. And that doesn't mean it's bad. It's just the character of this beer. And that's imparted by the water, by the hops, and by the malt. And I'm frankly very excited about this. So I think I've talked enough about the background. We've let it settle down. We've got an amazing head sitting here. So let's just jump into it. Let me check where my timing is, and let's go. It's Mike vs. Beer, home of his 60-second uncut beer review. Tonight, thanks to the sponsorship of the Homebrew King. His name is Larry, but he shipped me this. This is Towhead American Blonde from Mother's Brewing Company, brewed and canned in Springfield, Missouri. Check this out. On Larry's birthday, he went here. He bought this. He bought another beer. I think it was called Step Dude. He bought this t-shirt. He hooked me up with all of this awesome stuff. That's very, very cool. Larry, to you, let's analyze this. I smell grass. I smell some lemon. I smell some light malt. Cheers. Salute. Prost. classic wheat, a little bit of banana, a little bit like a coriander, I think is the taste of it. I'd give it a thumbs up for sure. Dynamite. And as I go on to this, I'd say compared to the Step Dude, I'd say this is a little bit below. I think I like Step Dude more. What I'd like to ask all of you, if you see this on YouTube, what's better, a full chug or partial chug? I do full chugs, but maybe I'm going to switch things up in the future, go partials, but we'll see where it goes, and maybe I'll start announcing that more on TikTok. But hey, thanks for tuning in, and come back tomorrow for another beer review.